Yo, 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 what's going on YouTube? This your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know, if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning family, y'all already know, peace and blessings. Give y'all a little bit of time to tune in. Hope everybody had a blessed and productive Tuesday. Hope everybody got through the hustle and bustle. You know, hope everybody is safe and sound. As you see, the title is Self-Explanatory is part two from last night. I will be dropping a link after a while. You know, I'll just give some time to tune in. Um, all in all, today was still a blessed day despite the ups and downs. So definitely good to chime in with the people and get different ideas and views, especially what I was speaking about earlier as far as the mental health. You know, if you look city to city, you know there's an abundance of that now. There's an abundance of people being out in the streets. Some of them really with the worst health conditions ever, mentally and physically. You know, and it's not enough really being done to help them. Vision salute, divide salute. Yo, realist was good, bro. I already know. Um, but there are really people out there right now that are not getting the help they're supposed to be getting, and that's something that should really be looked upon too. You know, it's nothing worse than you was being housed somewhere basically to where you ain't had to worry about being out in the streets. So now you're actually out in the streets. You know, some of those people who have mental health are really getting pushed out of these homes because of certain situations. Some of it not even being a fault, you know. But this is something that, we need to really take a look at. Like even for those who live in the city, it's kind of looking like the old New York City. Besides the violence everywhere, you got all of the mental health patients and everybody else being kicked out, forced out, more homelessness on the rise, things of that nature, you know. And we really need to be combating that too, because I feel like this, regardless to what, nobody deserves to be out there in these streets, especially in the mind states that they are in, you know. You got these kids attacking everybody now between adults, vets, they doing it right now, you know. It's a bunch of shit going on. There's plaguing everything right now. We as the people definitely gotta find ways to make things better, to make things right. And then another thing I'm going to speak on tonight, as far as us as a whole, when we stand on something, we shouldn't have to apologize for nothing. But I'll get to that later on. You know, right now it should be a conscious effort to try to help these people in any way, shape, or form. You know, some of them spots that was technically for them are now turned into either rehab centers, um, drug treatments, or drug outreaches. But it's not benefiting those people who were actually housed and had the proper medication. And it's a sad look right now. Time your blessings, sis. You know, it's really something to look at. Every state, it might be something different going on, but it's not negating from the fact that there are people out there who don't need to be homeless, especially if they suffer from those type of psychiatric issues. You know, and nowadays, like I said, the kids are running rampant to a degree. Some of these people are not standing up on shit the way they should stand up on it. So that makes it hard for those people. You know, It definitely makes it hard for those people, you know. And then you have those who you know for a fact should really be locked up in the, you know, the mental facilities where they could get the proper treatment, care, and you know, they don't gotta worry about it, even though, you know, it still kind of feel weird for them because they feel they should be out and about, but some of them are just not good for it, you know. And with all of these type of different things happening, exactly why, you know. The truth salute. Hey Tanya, blessings. You know, like I said, I'm gonna drop the link after a while. You know, I just feel like that's one main course of action that needs to be rectified. We definitely got to find a way to get these people somewhere housed where they could be amongst their flock. They don't got to cause no harm to people, or they don't got to worry about harm being caused to them. You know, like I said before, sometimes some of them are good until they don't have that proper meds. And sometimes they are getting the proper meds, but it don't be a high enough dosage to where it, you know, it can at least get them stable. Not saying they got to be doped out and looking like fiends out here, but still, if you know certain people are suffering from certain conditions that you know for a fact they have to use pills for, give them the right amount that they need, you know. And then you got some of them that, regardless to what you try to do, they are not trying to take the meds. So, you know, it's an uphill battle sometimes. You gotta look at it from all angles of it. You definitely have to. And that's a way of unity and growth too, when we come together and try to help them people in need that really need it, especially those people along those lines. You know, like I told people before, regardless to how you feel, these are the type of issues that I'm gonna be bringing to this platform. And when I do these open panels, this is what I'm gonna do, because these are things that really need to be addressed in real time as well. You know, we see day in and day out some certain things being recorded and posted on social media worldwide, and some of it is not a good look. And then you got to look at some of these videos where the people that are having mental health issues or breakdowns, you know, they're being attacked on all angles, and that's not fair to them neither. You know, some people already have enough to go through in life, you know, but then you gotta realize that you still have people that are that evil and that trifling that they will try to at least prey on the weak, or they will at least try to prey on somebody that they feel is not going to be a threat to them. You know, and I'm gonna say a public service announcement to some of you young men and women out there who are a part of that type of ganging up on people. If you're going to gang up on the people that's fucking up your community, that's messing up your areas, messed up. Do it to those people. Don't do it to the people that you know really have mental health. You know they can't help the way things is going on right now. And then some of y'all poke fun at them like it's funny. It's not funny, because that could be somebody in your family, and I'm quite sure if somebody was to make a light about that, y'all be quick to want to draw guns and get crazy. So how do you think some people do feel? And then imagine for those people who are out there in the streets, mental health issues, and they don't have no real immediate family. You don't think they feel the type of way already? Some of them already ready to go. So all it takes is the right type of BS for them to go off. And then we get certain things like this on the news. Some of these crazies is out here doing the things they doing because they really don't have no places to really be housed at. And if they do, it's a bunch of things that are going on that they're still getting forced out into the streets. You know, something you really got to think about. You know, how do you combat that problem? You know, but you youngins should have a understanding too. The things you say and do, they do come back with consequences. And if you out there attacking elderly folks, if you out here attacking people with mental health issues of all sorts, if you are attacking disabled people, mentally disabled people, any along those lines right there, you will get that slow karma back. Just want you to know that, because you might come across that right one trying to pick, and they might already be prepared. And you don't know, some of these people are actually army vets. Some of these people probably just shell shocked, and circumstances happen the way it happened. But don't think they ain't gonna be on point either. Some of them will attack and will even go to bat, even if it costs them their life, just because you did something you wasn't supposed to be doing. You triggered them. You know? Yeah, I can't say and that's the same thing too. I said, man. Old head salute, bro. Yo, old head, you gonna start coming in here and putting some respect on my name, bro. I'm talking to everybody else and not fucking addressing me if I put your ass in timeout. Fucking with you, nigga. Nah, but salute to everybody that did pull in. Hit that like button on the way in. But that's the truth though. It's just crazy though. Just it's some things you could turn away from. But the one thing you can't turn away from is the fact that mental health is definitely real out there. And like I said earlier in the live that I was talking about, sometimes all it takes is a little bit of time from you, especially if you know people like that that's on those type of edges or having those type of days. Only thing you gotta do is sit down and talk with them. Even if it's just letting them vent. You let them vent, they get whatever they feel is off their mind. And at some point they might feel a little bit better, you know. That's all you gotta do. But you got some people that are so focused on monetary things and they focused on everything else and they not focusing on the task at hand. Like I said, the whole part of unity of growth is also to help the people that know that they physically or mentally can't fully do it by themselves. We are supposed to still be a crutch to them and help them, no matter how you look at it. I know I see one of my brothers out here and I know he probably might need some sort of help, but try to help him, you know. Hey, nah, you got it right though. Miss Soft and Central blessings. Nah, but you right though, realist for real. And it's not trying to cause that. But then at the end of the day, you do have a right though. You do have a right to say that. Because it does fucking play a part of that too, as far as unity. Because some of y'all unified again for all the bullshit when you should be coming together for these type of things, man. Seriously, like you got people out here who really could be in better position. You know, they could probably be a productive part of life at some point, at least for those with the mild cases. Some of them probably just want to get back into the normal living, but then when you got a world that's trying to shun you for your issues, that's not really good, you know? And then when you have people that's really not taking any time out to like try to boost you up or encourage you, that makes everything worse as well too. And that's the truth. You're all supposed to do that, man. Blessings, sis. You know, just saying, you got to look at that. There's a lot of ways that you could try to help and impact those type of people with mental health. It depends on the severity too sometimes because like I said earlier, some people are already too far in the belly of the beast. And even if you're trying to get through to them, they're gonna still have their outbreaks. They still going, and that's an uphill battle. But for the ones who can somewhat get those treatments and get those rehabilitation, we should be helping them, and they shouldn't even be on the streets. because then they at some point can end up being just like the aggressive ones out there. And it's not just about the adults. Look at the kids. You know, Judy blessings. Glad y'all all tuned in. Y'all already know. Hit that like button on the way in. You know, but this is something we definitely need to talk about. I'm definitely going to drop this link in a minute. So for anybody who do want to pop up and give their overall view and opinion, because it's not just about me. Because I'm quite sure everybody else has some sort of ways or some sort of conclusions to where we can help these people. We know it's an uphill battle to a degree, but shit doesn't mean we supposed to be quitting either. Like I said, we supposed to be showing love, compassion, unity, and strength to one another. Period. Eve, blessings. YKTV, salute, bro.
Hey there, Nate.
Hey, Tanya.
Yeah, I was just watching Daryl Dumb Brooks today, and he'll do it tomorrow. He just didn't really give a darn. He was just looking down on himself, trying to pray himself. He was just a complete imbecile today. You know, it just you know what it reminds me of, there, Nate. That he didn't really give a darn, and it's just sad that he had to run over people that had nothing to do with him, and he just could have stopped the car. But he used that car as a weapon, and now he's going to be somebody's poking stick.
Well,
Yep.
you do the crime, you gotta do the time.
Yeah,
That's just
he's
how it
gonna,
is.
and he can't look at these prisoners cross-eyed, because if he does, they'll rip his tongue out, which I think they should, or take his eyeball out and use it as a pool cue.
Mhm.
You know?
Might as well, man, listen, this is the thing, man. When you sit there and do shit like that, you gotta really stand up and take your consequences. Some people will do certain things and then don't want to stand up on it. No, if you did the
Yeah.
crime, you gotta do the time. That's it.
Yeah, one kid got killed, a few 6 people are dead, and it's just a doggone shame. You know what? Shooting him is too good for him. Shooting is too good for him. I should say, let him be in a parade somewhere and run him over with the car. That's all. I think that's the best thing for him. But he should freaking die. But he's gonna die one way or the other, there, Nate, by someone who sees him in prison, or natural causes, or he chokes himself to death. That's
And
it. He's going to have his mom and his family members in there tomorrow. I don't really feel sorry for the mom, but she's in a tough scrap, because her son's a dipstick, you know.
yeah,
But that's the generation that's coming up there, Nate.
yeah,
And I'm just I mean, it was like that when we was growing up, bad kids and all that stuff, but not like this. Shooting up schools. I mean, I'm in New Jersey, and I haven't heard no school shootings around here. I wonder why. I'm glad we don't have school shootings around here. I mean, we have sex offenders and stuff like that, but we never had no school shootings. I never read any school shootings here in Jersey. But it just seems like it just seems like nobody gives a darn no more. You know, it's like the survival of the fittest. You know, it's like with Thanos, he wiped out half the population. That's what we're thinking. We're in the Thanos kind of world. One finger and the whole world could be half the population could be wiped out.
yeah. Nah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta look at it too and take that into consideration. Some of
Yep.
that does play with mental health because certain things that are happening are not planned events. Some of them are, but not all of them are planned events. Some of them are just straight up.
Yeah,
They
that
really are going through it because if they're being bullied, not just in real time, but they're getting bullied on social media.
yeah,
That's
that
a ticking time bomb for some of them to go and shoot up a school. You
yeah,
know?
like that kid Nicholas Cruz. He planned it from day one. And now he's gonna be somebody else's poking stick.
Hey, Bobby, blessings. Dirty Kenzo, salute. Queen, blessings.
Uh,
One
I don't know. I don't
MTV.
know. I just hope we're not in a losing battle, but it just seems like you know, I don't know. I'm 56 years old, and my generation's gone. This is a Generation Z, X, Y, B, whatever you call this generation now. I call it generation that's messed up. Can it be fixed? I'm sure it can be fixed, but it's going to take the right kind of people to fix this. You know, it's just like our justice system hasn't been fixed for years, but in this case, it works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
You know, it just I came up here to say hi to you, and you know what, Nate, I'm glad you're talking about this because I talked about this dipstick today, and I hope after tomorrow the families will have some kind of resolution that this guy will be somebody's toilet plunger. You know, really.
Oh, man.
He's gonna have to hold that suit for dear life because if he drops it, he's gonna have to do some stuff he normally wouldn't do. This will be the last ounce of freedom that he has for today, after tomorrow, it'll be all said and done. Just
Yeah.
imagine he's thinking, I lost my freedom. I have one more day looking at the outside world. The only way I go to the outside world is in a 5 foot cell with somebody bigger than me and using me as an ink blot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, guess what? Some of those people, like some of these people who have been arrested for certain crimes, yeah, some of them did have long history of mental health, and then some of them just decide to go evil. So sometimes it pans out that way. But some people already have it designed and planned that this is what they're going to end up doing at some point.
Oh,
So that's another
yeah.
thing you always gotta look out for.
I, I got a prime example. Jeffrey Dahmer. He was a normal kid, but he was evil from the day he was born until the day he somebody saw him in prison and made him his personal ink stain. Okay, because Jeffrey Dahmer was evil from the beginning, and his father tried to help him. He was pulling bugs off a wind, killing animals and stuff like that. And he made people his personal dinner plate. Okay, I remember that day. Those people went in that apartment in hazmat suits, getting drums. He had skulls in the refrigerator. He wanted to eat Tracy Edwards' heart, but he was in prison on his own charges. Tracy Edwards was. So he made those apartments into a feeding ground.
Yeah,
But you can't tell who's good and evil these days because they mask it really well. You know, my famous case was John Lewis. He was evil from the day he got married. He killed all his family members, and then all of a sudden, well, I didn't think they would catch the dude because the house burnt down in Westfield, New Jersey, and one detective wouldn't give up trying to find this dipstick. But he was an old man. He got married. The wife didn't know who he really was. He had to change his name, and they brought him back to New Jersey, and he died. He's on in a plot somewhere in buried ground somewhere.
yeah.
So I don't know if you remember that case. This was back in the 70s.
I remember looking
I was
at
a
an
little kid.
article. I remember looking at an old article like when I was in the library a while back. So
Yeah, I was a little kid when that happened because he drove his car to JFK. They found his car at JFK Airport.
yeah,
Everybody thought he died, but in 19, I forget what year, they say we captured John Lewis. I said, what? It, it, it was amazing.
yeah,
It was amazing. American Most Wanted made that bust. And when I saw that bust and him and the picture side by side, it looked just like him. It was the most scariest thing I ever saw in my life. You know, his hair looked the same. He always wore his glasses, and that was it. But that was a long time ago. But I just like to say this, and I'll leave with this. A generation now, please get your acts together. Don't be like a school shooter or an evil person that takes a car and uses it as a weapon. Okay, got people got to have some kind of common sense, and I hope common sense has not been lost. But it just seems to me, the more we have common sense, the more we have stupid people.
Yep. You gotta combat that though. And
Yeah,
then to combat that.
we're gonna, I hope we're gonna try to combat it, Nate. But the more smart people we have, the more stupid people come up and mess it up for the rest of us. There's
Yeah,
always an apple that spoils the bunch.
yeah, you're
And it's
right.
always, and it's hard to, it's you gotta try to weed it out. But if we had a machine that would weed out the bad people and the stupid people, that would be something else to see. But it'll never happen. But I just came up here to say hi to you, and I wish you good night. And keep talking about this, Nate, because we're on the way. I hope we don't. We have not. I hope we're not headed to self destruction. They said that back in the '80s. They warned us in the '80s, and it's coming to fruition now.
Yeah, you
It's a
definitely right on that.
yep. Peaches to you.
Peaches. And have a good one too. And stay
You
blessed.
too.
You know that.
You too, Nate. And if I don't see you for Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving to you.
Same to you and your family. Have a good one.
Yeah, this will be the first Thanksgiving without my father, but I have my stepmom, so I'll see her, and then I'll go on from there.
No doubt. And hopefully, like I said, you'll just be able to enjoy yourself, especially for the
Yeah,
holiday. That's for everybody. Hopefully, y'all enjoy your
yeah.
holiday.
But like I said before, we gotta pray for this new generation that's coming up now. Our generation came and went, and I just hope it's not headed for self destruction like they said back in the '80s. Thank
Yeah.
you very much for having me.
No problem. Anytime the panel open, you're more than welcome.
You're welcome to Unhammer Nation too.
All right. You already know, Tanya.
Okay, thank you. Get your act together, young people. We did our time. You got to do yours. It's up to you to change the world or change your attitude about things. If it's not too late, please don't be on headed to self destruction because we did it in the '80s and we tried to fix that. But now it's just I hope y'all um grow up, be persistent in what you got to do. Don't be like these stupid people. Thank you very much.
Exactly. No
Thank you.
problem. You
Bye.
already know. Yeah, definitely. Shout outs to Tanya and Ham Nation. You know, you know, for those who just tuned in, you already know, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Um, yeah, she spoke some good points, but it also resonates too because you have some of these people, like I said, who have the highest form of mental health, but because they're being picked on between real time and then social media, that plays an impact. You know, you had so many situations where some of these people have harmed or even killed themselves or harmed people just because they got tired of all the bullshit. And this is why I say, as a people, certain things we want to have to combat. You know, got to bring awareness to that too, because sometimes it's not just the adults that do certain shit. You have other kids who do certain shit as well, and that trick, any type of trigger, it doesn't matter who it comes from. These people with these type of issues will go off, and then you'll have situations where people that harm somebody and it could have been avoided. Got to bring awareness to everybody about mental health because some of y'all laugh and think that it's a game, and it's really not. It's really not. I don't find stuff like that funny when people are suffering from mental health and you got people that are picking on them. You know, it's just not a good look at all for the community. And that right there, in my opinion, is a black stain. You know, because it's like, damn, we can't even stand united to try to help somebody who has that type of issue. You know, it's crazy. I don't know, man. Like, I don't feel it's still too late for change and unity and growth. You know, but like I said, the main people, the main collective people have to stand up. And for those who do have power and influence, or even money and influence, some of y'all should be thinking of ways to really help these situations too. Get out your get out your selfish mode and really try to put something to your best use. You know? Yeah, it is no good. Like, you got some people who really go through it day in and day out. You know, I done witnessed certain situations where I either had to intervene or I had peoples that was around me. We always intervening because you got people who are really that evil and spiteful. You know, just because a person might be different from you, that does not give you the right to think you better than them. Some people really can't help that they are having mental health issues. Some of it really do be genetics. You know, even when it comes down to the physically deformed and handicapped, that is not their fault. And some of y'all sit there and pick, laugh, or just that's not cool. You know, you got people with schizophrenia, got people who bipolar, and then you got some people who are autistic, and those ones you got to watch out for too, because some of those autistic people, if they feel that uncomfortable and they feel that unsafe, some of them will lash out on you. You know, gotta look at all the different ranges when it comes down to mental health. You know, then you gotta be aware of the signs, but you also gotta make sure you giving these people the right type of help that they need. You know, so when you got people like what Tanya said, so every time you got a group of people that want to come together and do something, you got a group of people that want to destroy that shit, and that's why the fight must still continue at some point. You know, can't let stupid fucks try to mess up progress when it's all said and done. Especially if y'all all working towards the common goal. And if the common goal is to try to help these people, why we can't just get together and help these people? You know, but see, when it comes to social issues or issues of conscience and whatever, some of y'all just scared to really step up on it and talk about it. Some of y'all could be a sensitive subject, but these are things that need to be tackled. You know, it's not fair. Like I said, you got those who really are out there fucked up. And then you got some of those that end up getting in situations they ain't really trying to get into. You know, you got some of them who are walking around right now with weapons and whatever because they feel since they out on the streets they could get attacked. You know, and if they get attacked, that's just crazy. You know, it's good.
Chat.
Well,
Can you hear me?
yeah,
Share a little something with you.
it's good.
I did 10 years in and out of PTSD clinic at the VA.
Yeah,
So I know a little bit. I've seen crazy people. I've been around crazy people. It's a whole world of insanity and why people get like that. But you know, like ma'am just said, she hopes he gets all this and that. But isn't that the guy that snapped? Or you didn't understand why he did that. Minnesota has a serious problem with um some people call it racism. I call it Satanism.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's part of that too. Don't get that twisted. Oh, hey, look, see, you kind of know where I'm going with it. I just ain't have to say it.
Man, I don't know why you don't. Man, look, man, you are a rare find, sir. I'm glad to have met you. Because no one was talking this shit when I was out there on the same tip you was on. A lot of people are like that. But you have an internet where cats like that can come in and chime in. Like who's here last night? Um
Papa Will, Black Soul,
yeah,
and
blacks, yeah.
and
Salute
Page.
Papa Will. Yeah, but Black Soul, pretty quiet on the internet, right? But when he got the stage, man, he rocked the show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is you could come out of mental illness.
Oh, I know that. I believe in that.
Yeah, 'cause it's caused by hypocrisy. You're a good dude, the whole world's telling you you're a bad dude. You're an honest guy, the whole world's telling you you're a dishonest guy. You got major forces, evil forces working against you. And it's your problem. You got to find your way out of it. That's on you. You have to be proactive. You got to find help, and you got to read books, whatever you got to do, play video games, whatever, to get your mind back.
Yeah.
Because it's just a distraction. Waste a lot of time on that shit.
Yeah. But you know what it is too? Like I said, some people try to do that. Like I was saying earlier, some people try to come on here and like some people try to come on here because they already going through it in real time. Like you said, some people want to just escape reality for a little while. They're already going through it the days and day out. Then you gotta turn around and come on here and you got people that'll cause triggers even more.
Yeah,
And
we're dealing with yeah. You gotta be thick skinned.
yeah,
You gotta take a side to every situation in your opinion in your mind because you gotta be indifferent. There's a lot of words motherfuckers don't know to help them with that shit. Like indifference.
yeah,
I'm been mad or angry at the shit. But you cannot be triggered by everything you see on TV because at this point it's fine. Turn the TV off if you have a mental disability. Read a book. Whatever interests you. Read a book. Don't entertain none of that bullshit. Because now you're adding on the shit that you see on TV, which is a stress factory, you adding that to your problems.
yeah,
Not that you don't care.
yeah. But some people get too emotionally invested into it. I know.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, across the board, the disrespect is there, and government look the other way. They're doing whatever they don't, and everything that the government does, they've been embarrassed to do it. So if we started feeding kids and doing all this and that, and they would get embarrassed to start doing it.
Yeah,
Because as Papa, that's when there was never a nation a program in the country to feed children before they go to school until the Black Panthers started it. So you got to write it what you're doing in motivating people to do the right thing. Because if someone get the cheese, start doing things like that,
yeah,
that's the real threat to them.
yeah. Nah, because I always felt like this though. It's a black eye to us as a community in real time because you want to have those who do have thick skin, but what about those who don't? Especially those who do have mental health and there's no fucking getting out of that. Some
Man,
people,
some people are in really serious trouble if they can't use whatever life experience they have to get up out of it.
yeah. Well, here's the thing: those type of people, some of them are actually on social media as we speak now, but they
Yeah,
have thick skin only because they not worried about nothing. They haven't. Some of them don't even pay attention to whatever's going on, even if they do a live stream. That's why sometimes you need to moderate. For those people, they definitely need moderators because these type of you got people that are coming in with troll accounts, start
they
saying
should.
shit.
Yeah, they shouldn't even be on the net.
No, some of those people are actually doing content that works for them and benefits them. So why they can't do what they've been doing? That's why I was saying earlier, like when it comes to certain situations, like, all right, it's cool if you want to troll and be funny and witty with it, but when you doing other things beyond that, you don't know what the fuck a person is going through, and they trying to come here and escape, and then got to go through that. They might get triggered.
Yep.
It ain't about sometimes having thick skin. Sometimes you see the wrong thing or wrong thing come across you. That's it.
I know about triggers. You know what I'm saying? But you shouldn't even get coming on that unless you know a certain frame of mind. You ate already, you know, smoked already. They'll come in here and go live. Stay in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is an added dimension to it too, where people are crazy in the past, they didn't have no cell phone. This is just like, whoa. I can find a bunch of crazy people with like minds.
Yeah. So I've seen some crazy people who, and I don't even want to call them crazy, but I've seen some of those people who have had phones. But then you had people who was calling them to make sure they was good, whether they was in the streets or not. See, that's what I'm saying. Overall, even when it came to that, as a community, we took a black eye again because it's nothing to take 5 minutes out your day to try to at least make sure one of your people. That's just like if me and you, nigga, we hanging out, nigga. I know you a vet and all that shit. If I know you don't win shell shot, you think I ain't gonna at least make sure this nigga, yo, son, you good? Like,
Yeah,
like, come on, son. Like,
yeah.
yeah,
Sometimes you guys be told everything is okay. Everything is all right, man. You all right, man. You kind of tripping right now. You overreacting or you being paranoid. Sometimes you tell them that they can give them time to think about it. It really helps.
because that can stop them from harming themselves or harming somebody else,
Yeah,
or
I
possibly
don't,
being another person on the news.
yeah. These are mothers, sisters, family members who are good people, good memories growing up and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But you don't have to be like that way your whole life.
definitely don't. Some people ain't gonna take heed until it hit too close to home, and then some people try to do certain things only because they probably do have people in their fucking families that have it. So of course they gonna try to play it cool. Oh, so what?
Mhm.
Nah, it's not cool because then, like I said, if somebody triggered your family member to a point where now neither of y'all could get them under control, what you gonna do then? Now you
Yeah.
gonna be upset.
Hey, the slave master and the slave is in serious need of psychotherapy.
Yeah.
But a family, person to person, that person that has that, you gotta look at it as that's your problem, or that's my problem, and you need to solve it. You need to be. You know what I did when I was losing my mind?
What you did, bro?
I would just watch someone with a sound mind. So I'm freaking about some crazy shit, and but the person next to me who with a sound mind,
Uh,
a mind that I trust, someone I trust, like you know, my mom not freaking, I'm not gonna freak out.
yeah.
You know, it helps with the fucking, you know, the when shit get off the handle. You know what I'm saying? And now your thoughts are everywhere. You can't collect them and all that kind of crazy shit. And someone else, you hear voices and shit. That shit telling you all kind of shit. If you hear a
Yeah.
voice, look, man. If you hear a voice, look, it's like even autistic. We don't really know what's going on,
Yeah.
what causes it, and why that's happening. But I will say, mental ill is mostly caused by hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy is one of them. But like I
You
said
know,
before,
you tell your kids, you telling your kids,
some of them is genetics though. Like even when it comes that, like when you just said autism, autistic people ain't actually be born like that, bro. That it just shit. Like I said, and I still don't fully know because there's a multitude of things that leads to that. But they ain't actually being. But those people get picked on as well too, and some of them be the
oh
triggers.
yeah, oh yeah,
That's why I said, like, you have some people who are on here who might be autistic and they ain't bothering nobody. But if
yeah.
at some
I
point
was,
if they do come across something that they see, that starts to trigger right there.
yeah, yep. And it is where you at in life, your age, all kind of shit go into that shit. All kind of shit. How you were taught. Some kids go to school too soon.
Yeah.
Soon as they learn how to walk, soon as they start teaching their ass about this and that, throwing shit across their head. I don't ever. Look, man. I remember pages, right? Like the miss was saying, right?
Yeah.
That was a bit much on the population at the time. We could do and cell phones. All it's coming too quick. Socially engineered, all that, and the mind control. People don't understand is easy as a lie or hypnotism or any, which is just the power of suggestion. But I'm saying is you got to shut all that shit out your mind and start rebuilding yourself immediately.
Yeah.
You gotta live 10 minutes at a time if you have to get your shit together. Clean your life up 10 minutes at a time. Cause I done been so depressed I couldn't get up and open up the goddamn window.
Yeah, some people get so depressed where they don't even want to get up out of bed. I don't listen. Like I said, man, my mother rest in peace. She was a jack of all trades when it came to working. Like I
Mm-hmm.
said, and even when she went from working at Rockefeller Center to working at basically it was an adult home for people who had serious physical
Mm-hmm.
disability. Like, and some of them, it was genetics. Like, some of them couldn't help it. Some of them was born
Mm-hmm.
because some of them was born and had them deformities due to drugs. Parents either on drugs or, just sometimes be, bad genetics, depending on what the situation is, but, like I said, when it comes to certain triggers, it doesn't matter. I've been around them all. Like, I done came visited my mom's a couple times coming home from school. Like I said, the one time I definitely had to head one of them up. I ain't beat him up, do nothing to him. He just was
Mm-hmm.
surprised because I was as small as I was. I had him on the wall, like, and he was like, "No, don't do it, don't do it." No, I'm not gonna do it, but you're not gonna attack my mother neither. I understand you. You kind of having your little outrage, but that's still a
Mm-hmm.
woman at the end of the day. You know better.
Yeah, and that's the kind of code that it needs to
Yo,
come
true, you
back.
stupid. Yo, true, you
Needs to come.
stupid. Yeah. Shout outs to True Hell yes. Nah, I don't
So
always
violence.
shoot.
That's a whole topic. That's a whole topic. How many you got pass you got to give every day? Damn. Hey, put that on the back of the shirt. How many passes I got to give every day? Damn. I
Nah,
chose
Queen
violence today.
Queen Mo, blessings. Glad you tuned in. Nah, I'm thinking about that though. Like I said, so it is what it is. It's in the works. I'm gonna just
Yeah, but
leave
yeah,
that.
but yeah, but if you have a mental health person in your family, you got to find out why they're doing what they're doing and watch their patterns. There's a pattern to this shit.
Yeah. No,
Look,
because
man.
like, even when it comes down to
Mm,
autism, because like I said, one of my close friends, they because they got like 4 kids, but it was the fourth one that they was more worried about because he already had one little. It was a regular health issue, like with some babies. So they didn't know if he was going to be here long enough or whatever. But
mm-hmm.
then when they seen that he was going to be here longer than he was, they noticed certain signs, and then when they got him tested again, found out he did have autism. So
Yeah,
and it's
yeah. I know.
severe with
I know a dude named with autism. His name is Octavio. That nigga got a college degree.
him.
So, hey, some of them kids are gifted. It's not tapped into the right. They're here for a reason, and it's you know what I'm saying? How can I put it? Because they're not bad people. They ain't the ones out here committing crimes, but you messed the wrong one, you got the Joker on your hands.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Got to bring awareness to people, especially some of these young kids, because they want to provoke the wrong people, and some of these older folks too. Because some of y'all should know better. A person like is not that bad. Like they kind of off regardless of what. If they ain't no harm to you, why are you harming them, or why are you even preying on them and using them for your own use?
It's
Yeah,
cowardly. It's cowardly attacking innocent person.
yeah.
But yeah, that's a I like this show, man. It keeps me focused. At least some point of the day, I keep on. I can talk about what's going on, but not to have a blind eye to it, but I got to protect my own sanity.
You're right on that. You're supposed to. First of all, bro, listen. I already know how it is sometimes. Sometimes people want to come on here and just find something interesting, especially if they might be going through something. And especially like what. Let me see what's on. Because sometimes you don't want to
Yeah.
watch the same shit on TV. Let me see what the hell going on here. YouTube has become like the new television. But then
Yeah.
again, you want to come across something where you can be like, yo, I can sit back and listen to this. And even if I feel I could give a view and opinion, if that person got something, let me go say something.
Hmm.
Outside of the fuck shit, a lot of times you can come on here and have genuine conversations or even solutions to battling certain shit. But you gotta make sure you eliminate all the stupid shit. That's why I eliminate all the stupid shit as far as this panel is concerned. I don't play games with that nothing. If you
Hmm.
ain't having a serious conversation, all that other shit is out the window.
Yeah. Stay focused and stay on the narrative. You know what I'm saying? You do a good job of that.
Yeah,
You do a
because
great job of that.
we're gonna have our day or two out the week where we just gonna be cooling out and chilling like normal shit.
Hey,
That's
I'm
when
waiting on you,
Thursday
Nate. I'm waiting on that hour. I got some. I'm gonna get your ass. I'm waiting on that. I'm waiting on that, Nate. I'm waiting on poetry night. Roast your ass. No, I'm serious, man. You're doing a good job, man. Because some people might not. They don't want. Okay, it's an ego trip if you losing your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I already could. I can imagine because, like I said, I've been around all sorts of people who from different spectrums. That's why I said what I said earlier. You got to look at it from all spectrums. And yeah,
yep.
sometimes it might be a little funny. Sometimes we might go he and poke fun. Sometimes in a joking manner to a degree, but then not all the time. It's going to be a joking manner, especially if that person is not in the best of
Yeah,
mood.
man.
You know?
There's people on drugs and all kind of crazy in the trail, all kind of stuff. That is okay. It come with just dealing with people, but um, man, even the drug addict can be could be a revolutionary in the mind. That's not
Yeah,
where they're at right now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they want that. These people are not stupid.
I already know that.
I say about 40% of them not stupid. But
I would have said 50 and give the other 25 and 25 the other shit, but that's how true it is. Just started pouring down again in my hood. But I believe that alone. I believe that
man,
alone.
man had no rain. Man, it rained a little mist last week.
I've been raining damn near half the afternoon. And I wasn't even expecting no rain. I'm glad I took care of the stuff I needed to earlier. But I wanted to do
Mhm.
that quick live early because I said, you know what? I said we get everybody the rundown, just in case if anybody did want to hit the panel and get their views and opinions on it. Because, like I
Yeah,
said, that's
yeah,
one thing in the community that should be tackled because there are ways to help them and have them on the right path to a degree too. And sometimes those people are the most loyal people. Sometimes they
yeah,
meant to fuck around and be unified for you. Not saying you could use them as a crash dummy, but saying like if they are down for certain things and it's all the same goal, they could be a part of that change too.
yeah. I mean, look how many geniuses is crazy. But that just a lot of that lack of opportunity. You know, like I said, I got out of high school. I had a couple of things I could do to, at least I'm ready for further education. But the kids out here with no skills,
Yeah.
not even people skills. Because it's a pandemic, they ain't been in school to even interact with other people to learn how to maneuver. Because you're gonna need that as soon as you get that skill. You're gonna need that as soon as possible. That's not always learned in school. Just have people skills.
Yeah.
And
Salute, Nate. Salute, old head.
what up, Vision?
What's good, bro?
I was just about
Salute
to
to the
leave.
chat.
I was just about to leave. Hey, we got a crazy person here. His name is HTV. Tell us, tell us, tell us what happened to you.
You're not happening to me, right? I'm just saying, you know what? You know what it probably be sometimes? A lot of people feel like they don't even be crazy, yo. Because you could be diagnosed anything. But I feel like a lot of people going through a lack of love. You know what I
You know
mean?
what?
People, families really don't even care about them no more.
You know
I'm
what?
be
You're right.
real
Let me
with
tell
you,
you
right?
why. Hey, you know my wife Asian, right?
Yeah, children grow up, you know what I'm
The way they watch,
saying?
the way Asians watch their children, it's really low. They have crazy people out there, but it's really, really low compared to
You
other
feel me?
groups. They give their kids complete attention.
Yeah, because
What did
think
you
about it,
say?
old head. Like, think about that. We can't really label a person crazy by what we see. It feel like we can understand because the average crazy person is really a person that's normal.
A small,
That's normal.
crazy person.
That's really is really a normal person.
I understand that, but um,
That's true.
yeah, it's true.
Now, if you on a
That goes
level
back. That goes back
like
to hypocrisy. And by the way,
that,
I
what
do
you be
support.
hypocrisy because you got to think about it like there's different labels that everybody these days thrown in the same category. A person with a mental illness is a person that was born with a defect. You know what I'm saying? That's what's really labeled mental illness. Now
How can you
you
how can
talk
you be
about
born with
crazy
mental illness?
people,
How can you be born with
huh?
mental illness?
Some people is born with a mental illness. Some people born like they
That's
can't catch
taught or
on.
learned from their experience. Like, say you're a
Like
baby.
no, some babies born retarded. They got children born and don't know what they be doing as babies. Like
There's mental. Yeah, listen. Like I was saying earlier, I get where both of y'all are coming from. Because look, what you just said was another aspect as far as men, but that's still a spectrum of
that's
mental
true,
health.
man. You know, come on, Nate. You didn't heard people be born with babies that be stuck together and stuff.
Yeah. Nah,
You
you
know
know
what I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying. I know where you're getting at with that, and I know where old head is getting at too. But I was saying, look, there's many different spectrums when it comes to mental health. As far as look, you have some of them who are, like you said, you label those ones crazy because those ones are already past. They don't got no love. They don't got nobody that's really there for them, etc., etc. But then you have those who are born with mental health issues, whether it's autism or they are severely mentally challenged. It's like I said, it goes back to either genetics or it could be parents strung out on drugs, didn't know they was pregnant and had a baby. There's a lot of different. That's a lot of different ways you could think about that. Yo, true, you already know, bro. I'm gonna come pop up on you tomorrow.
Hey,
Dominique,
hey,
blessings.
that's not genetics. That's genetic engineering.
I would have
You
said
get
that as far as autism, but not. In my fact, my fault for fair use and educational purposes only. So I don't need none of this bullshit before like the last time.
well, autism. We don't know what causes it.
Yeah, but I feel like when there's other things besides autism, you got people who are mentally that was born mentally ill. Like, yeah, they might be able to, but their brain is stuck on kid mode. Like,
I'm thinking more like a psychopath.
oh, you talking about on that spectrum? Nah, on that spectrum, you and Vision both got a fucking premise on that because that part, some people really don't have no
Yeah,
affection.
you're not born a psychopath. You're born innocent.
No, I know that. I'm not. What I'm saying with
Now, that's
that
a whole
spectrum,
different level.
yeah,
Yeah,
with
but
that
if someone's
spectrum.
born,
That's on the catch-on process. Over here.
I don't know. I believe if you killing animals, nigga, that's a sign that you about to be disturbed, son.
yeah,
I
Yeah,
if
but
you're killing animals as a psychopath.
that's a catch-on process because you got to think about it. Majority of other nationalities, they grow their kids up hunting, so they kill animals anyway.
But do they torture them and all that shit? Because they said
We
that
don't know
kid
what
for
they do. What you call not torture? Could we eat them?
the
We
kid that
torture
shot
them all
that
the time.
no, the
The
kid that
kid
shot
that
that school up in Texas. They say when he was young, he's a catching torture animals and shit like that.
all right, picture when he was with his dad that he used to kill him and burn him and eat him. What's the difference?
He didn't torture the animal just to get joy out of the animal.
All right, all right, ain't no different over here.
What up, Rich?
Ain't no
Rich,
different.
hello, Anne Marie, blessings. Yeah,
If you
y'all
could,
know
if you could, if you could catch a fish, carve him up, cut his head off, what you think you could do to a person? Come on, man. Like I told
Yeah,
you,
but you
if you
happen to
really
be a
look at it,
person.
a normal person is really a crazy person.
What's normal?
What you deem to be normal. Only thing really normal is life.
You're right.
Everything else is an
You're
add-on.
right. The president on down, all psychopaths. Yep.
Come on, Oleg, think about it. We kill animals to eat. That's a mental state in itself because you are born a cannibal.
Born into that. Yep.
So what
And,
you
and,
deem
and
to
if it's
be
a half a
crazy?
lifetime,
Hey,
probably get
hold
out of
on. I
that.
feel like this. You only born in to kill if you necessarily have to. Yes, you have to necessarily kill certain animals to
No,
survive. You can't just
yo, they
survive
say,
off of greens. You got to survive off of certain meat. You have to have a balance. So yeah,
yo, it ain't about that. It's just about killing. Period.
yeah,
You born in to know how to do something that you would feel like you wouldn't do to a human being. But you born to do that though.
I don't know, a kid torture instance. I must have burned
It's a self-control thing. I guess some people chemically unbalanced and the control thing they can't hold now because
it's
the
different for
pressure of
men
life.
and
That's how I
for
look
women
at it.
also. It's different for men than women. I have no idea what it's like to be a crazy woman.
Well, that's you'll call that crazy. I call it
Normal, nigga. You just said normal.
no, I call that all right, normal is a person who feel like he doing the right thing or she doing the right thing in people's eyesight.
Okay.
But behind closed doors, they live a whole different life. You know? That's
What
just
about the guy
Jeffrey
that's getting taken shit on
Dahmer's.
the street and come home?
That's
Hi,
your,
mom.
that's what I'm talking about. That's just Jeffrey Dahmer's. That's your majority of your serial killers live normal lives. You know? The grocery store, man.
Most serial killers are rejects by society.
No, not majority of them. Some people turn themselves into shit over here.
Yeah, that's a
You
problem.
feel me? That's some
It's a
people
50,
say.
it's a
You know,
50.
sometimes I feel like some people, you know how a person feel like, well, a person might feel like that they probably don't amount up to nothing. No matter how much they know
So
they got
so
somebody pushing for
so
them. You know,
low
well,
low self-esteem got something to do with it.
low self-esteem got something to do with it. No, some people do shit to prove a point because they already know what's gonna happen. You already know what's gonna happen. They're gonna lock you up. You're gonna wait in a cell by yourself if you got the death penalty. And that's gonna take down that 20, 30 years before they stick you or turn around and just give you life in prison. That's if you don't be gone by then and they make a story out of you. So majority of serial killers, they deem them as celebrities. How come
Yeah.
majority of every school shooter, after he got sentenced, the next year he got married? How they go?
Yeah.
Shit don't make no sense. You feel me? And their family's gonna get paid to the day they go for interviews, book exhorts. Every homie could be back there and write a novel. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of other shit people do certain shit for. That we'll never know, but it's just something for us to talk about because we know that this shit happen. You
It,
know, but
it comes from
like Nate
different.
saying with that mental health shit, you feel me? When it's serious, and person like Nate, keep it real. Some people you know that you probably know that got mental health that went got help and still couldn't shake it. Cause it's sometimes it's just the person itself, bro. Like at the end of the day, it's you.
I'm gonna be
Yep.
honest with you. I'm gonna be
Yep.
honest with you, bro. The people I know that had it, they shook it. It took them a little minute, but they shook it.
Cause
But
they
that was
cared about
because you gotta
themselves.
look at it. No, but you gotta look at it. These people I know in particular had just had death in the family. They done fucking either lost a job or did what they going through shit with
Yep.
their own family. So yeah, a lot of that pans in, but then guess what? They shook it off because at the end of the day,
Yeah, well,
a lot of
that's
people don't
personal.
family.
Hey, some of that is
Yeah.
nutrition.
No,
See,
but I'm
some
saying, but some of that
everything
don't
don't
play.
turn you crazy. See, that's see what you talk about in those situations like the job and dealing with family loss. That's different type of depression moments. Them depression moments you could get over because things are always gonna get better. You feel me? When you fall in some deep depressions type shit,
No, and one of them
like
did go into a deep depression. You ain't let me finish. One of them did go into a deep depression. That's why I said those ones that I know that they shook it. But the other ones that took a minute to shake it is because they was going through everything I was just speaking about. So of course that pans into it. Besides personal issues, sometimes it be just other shit. So of course, if they already going through it as it is, they're gonna see a person like me. They know what it is. Like that one that was going through it, I almost lost fucking hope for him. But he looked at me like how he look at this face right here. Oh no, he ain't playing. Like, because when I tell you, yo, bro, don't say you can't do. I hate when people say you can't do shit in front of me. Don't say you can't. And that's one thing. I don't care what level you on. Don't say that in front of me because I will snap myself, and I will tell you, you can do anything you want. You got to choose to fight. You know, come on, man.
Yep.
Yeah, some people give up fast.
If we didn't have you there, man, what would have happened? That's crazy, yo. Salute.
Son, look at me. I'm a good nigga when it comes to regardless to what, bro. And when it comes to certain things, if I can help you, I can help you. You know, and if I can't, I know people who might be able to help. It ain't like I ain't gonna be able to share some sort of info or try to get back on track, especially when it comes to that. Because, like I said, my mom, when I used to go to her jobs, she dealt with people with all aspects of it. So I already know when it comes to certain things, there's certain triggers that will do it to them. That's why niggas got to be aware of that shit because that right there starts a whole fucking chain reaction, whether you want to believe it or not.
Hmm. That's what I mean by patterns. You gotta start recognizing triggers, start doing what you gotta do to come up out of that. And that's the goal. Happy home is the goal.
Yeah.
You get a happy home, open up the door, don't bring none of that shit in with you. But I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I need to eat.
Man,
Been an
pass
old
that,
head.
man, pass that turkey sandwich over there, man. I know you eat tree hugger. Pass that damn turkey sandwich.
Oh, I do have a turkey sandwich. You just eat just good at cheese.
Old head, you full of that baloney over there. Old head eating baloney sound. The extra meal.
Shoot.
But yeah, bro, you're right about that. That mental health issue, but that's something I don't know, Nate, bro. Like that's something like that always exists. Yeah, there's
Not
something
saying
gonna
it
go
didn't
wrong every
exist.
day. No, I'm just saying that's something that's gonna always exist.
No, I'm not saying that at all. What I was saying is that for those who even coming into adulthood who have a certain comfortability, they shouldn't be pushed into the streets, especially if some of them are that bad off when they're not getting the proper meds. Some people ain't always getting what they supposed to be getting, and some of these people don't. Some of these people ain't really lucky. Like you got some people who actually ain't even getting checks, and they supposed to be getting checks, especially if they know for a fact they can't work because of whatever mental disability.
That's real talk. Yeah, a
That's why
lot
I
of
say
people
when
know
it
how to
comes,
finesse the system, but you
yeah,
know, a lot of, but you know, I don't know, like you know, some people always got the bad end. You know what I mean? Like it's harder for them, but
yeah.
you know, you'll never understand why. Like on some shit, you feel me? It's always gonna be up on them. You know, some people get all the good information and you ever met the support that you did give anybody and still, you know, look over all that shit. Or just use you up for the shit. You feel me? So
Yeah.
it's just beyond that person, I guess, bro. Because some people gonna change and some people ain't. Some people gonna, you know, thank you along the way. And some people gonna try to get from around when they see it. So, you know, feel me? Because I know that shit should be free. And the majority of people, you know, they don't really help that shit. All they do is just give you something to keep you loaded anyway. Ain't nobody really giving you no good conversation. You feel me? Majority of people that is certified mental health, they just getting drugged up. It's either they get drugged up in the hospital or they get prescribed the shit out in the free world. So
Yeah, she just said, look, she my sister said some good shit too. And some that
what?
plays a part too.
Well, you know,
They in the wrong
all of it.
environment.
What's
You
like
know?
if you from the hood, it's gonna be the wrong way. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, you gotta look at it like out of 100%, you could say 20% make it out the hood, 20% survive in the hood. The other 60% fall short.
Yeah,
And that's real. Like, you feel me? All around America.
yeah. That's why I said it ain't just the. But that's why I said in the beginning of the line, I said we look for state to state. There are certain things like it's not just my city, it's almost every city that is the same issue.
Yeah,
But then we still
everybody.
gotta bring awareness though. And that's why I said I don't give a fuck if it gotta go worldwide because it's not just a state to state issue, it's a worldwide issue. And
For
some
real, right?
people, you gotta bring awareness to them.
You know, well, a lot of people, bro, there's so many things, that combat. Like, I guarantee you, 100% of people that's broke down mentally, you feel me? It's something dealing with their childhood and it's something dealing with molestation or some shit. And you just got to be adults. You feel me? And that's the main thing that got this mental shit in a normal, supposed to be active person. I ain't gonna say normal because no normal people crazy, but an active person. The person that know how to adjust when they click out is something that done went wrong. Like, situation that they didn't put themselves in. That's how it look. That's how it appears. So majority of people that click out be A students. If they ain't no A student, they got good jobs. Back in the G, they used to not have nobody. You feel me? It was loners. These people got like they and their families and beaucoup friends and shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
This the modern mental state. Like, this shit, internet. You feel me? That's what made this shit so hectic on some shit because you can't really tap into it because it's everywhere. It's on the internet. You feel me? You grown, you gonna catch the ears of the still not, of the people who really, understand about running around and really trying to stop running. You feel me? So they ain't tripping about picking up on something that means something. But they got too many more people that just stuck on one street.
Yeah. Nah, but you know what? Like I was saying, all in all, that's why I said there's different ranges when it comes to any type of mental health. Whether you
That's
just
it.
got it, look, whether you just got into the mental health or whether you was born with it. Because some people, like I said, they are born with different deformities, different birth
Yeah, I
defects.
respect that. See, I can respect that. See, that's different. You know what I'm saying? Majority of the people that we classified as crazy and all that, man, they just it's like it's different when it came from birth and when something caused it. I don't know. To me, that's how I feel because that's my opinion. Like, I just look at some shit as mental crisis. I don't look at it as a mental. It's different names for this shit.
I know, but they try to list it up, and see that's the thing. Some of it they try to list it up under the same thing, but it's not.
Yeah, because and that's another reason why that shit probably don't be really working because they trying to diagnose you off of one thing when the shit more than one. I guess that's they shorten their job. You feel me? So they ain't really getting down to the nitty gritty. They're
Yeah,
just diagnosing you off for depression. You feel me?
yeah.
Say it's a mental health problem. You
It could
feel
be
you might be
both.
just depressed at the time.
No, but you know what? Like, look, prime example. The mentally challenged ones, the ones even to get into adulthood that probably still stuck on little kid mode in their brain. Guess what? They still gotta, certain things they still gotta be area. But then again, some of the people definitely do make sure that they're good because it's a sick world out there, man. And like I said, you have people that are preying on them, and you know, it's the sad part. I'm not gonna sit there and completely make fun of you all day or try to make you feel a type of way. Some of them already have self-esteem issues because they feel out the loop. They already feel like outcasts because they don't feel normal. Some of them already know they're not normal, depending on what brain, what brain length they're on. You got some 30-year-olds who got the mind of a 5-year-old, and they know they can't help it. So you got people that prey on them too. Look at those ones with mental health or those type of issues who got preyed upon and either got, and it goes deep. I don't want to get too deep into it, but it just goes to show you like there's a multitude of things that you gotta attack, and this is one of them.
Yeah, on some shit, I feel that because I don't know, but you gotta you can't look at everybody. You know what I'm saying? As a friend. See, that's the biggest problem with that shit. That's what I see.
But tell that to some, like you were just saying earlier, tell that to somebody, tell that to one of those people who was born with mental retardation going into adulthood and they don't really got nobody this whole time to really break it down for them. Even for those who do have somebody to break it down for them, when they get a certain age, if they decide to go on the world on their own, the only thing they can remember is certain things that were taught. But if it wasn't real things taught, you got some of them people who don't even get treated right while they are home. So like I said, they already feel a certain type of way sometimes. Sometimes that could be a trick, you know. You gotta look at it as multiple aspects that it comes from. But it also goes to show people that mental health on all angles is serious. Damn, I had to close my window. It's raining like a motherfucker tonight. But y'all already know, if you just tuned in, hit that like button on the way in. For those who are new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. And to everybody that's still in the chat, y'all already know, peace and blessings. I ain't gonna keep y'all too long. Like I said, I know some of y'all got shit to do tomorrow, just like I got things to do tomorrow too. But I just wanted to put that part two, because part two tonight still has to go where I'm going with it. Unity and growth is the most important thing. And you got to unify at least to be able to help the people that definitely need it. Like I said, some people can't help the positions that they're in, no matter how hard it is they trying to fight it. Some people just can't help their positions. And if you know they already born with it, as far as is slight mental retardation or whatever the case is, still got to help those ones out. And those ones should not be out on the streets because they are susceptible to a lot of either violence or they be the ones that are going to be a part of the violence. They can get easily influenced because just like I said, you got some of them who have the mind of a 5-year-old. So what you think you could do to a 5-year-old at some points? You get them to basically do almost anything they feel is right. That's why I said, you got to look at it from a different aspect. There's many different aspects. And some of those people don't just have that learned behavior. Some of those people already had, some of those high functional and, high function mental retarded people who actually just went off the bad end too. And all it took was a certain trigger. So you got to attack that from all aspects. And as a community, we got to start getting back to that.
Yeah, my bad, Nate, bro.
Nah, you good, bro. You know me, I still keep it rapping whether you get quiet or not.
Nah, I would have to run and do something.
It's a mood blessing, and that's a whole fact, Queen. You got both of them that be suffering, because some people are either, and then you know what it is too. Some people don't get the right dosage. That's another thing too. Some people, like I said earlier, they don't get
With
the
that
right
medicine,
medication. Yeah, for those who
they gotta
really
yeah, you right about that.
because that's just like somebody, like prime example, somebody got bipolar and they got to take bipolar meds. You can't give them a low ass dosage because that shit ain't gonna do nothing for them. You're gonna have to give them something that's not gonna have them too dopey, but you give them a decent amount to where they gonna be good and they'll be comfortable.
I don't know about that shit.
Nah, because you're not supposed to overdose them neither, nigga. Like you're not supposed to over medicate them because that's how they can overdose too. You give them too much of a high dosage of something. That's like you giving too much Ritalin to a kid that you know need it. Cutthroat, salute.
Majority all doctors look like they known for giving you more than what you ask for.
Yeah.
Bruh.
What's going on, Pop? My fault. What's going on, Pop? Man over here. I'm being over here trying to get in the conversation too. What you trying to cam up, my nigga? My dog be tripping sometimes, you know. Yeah, proper meds, period. Because sometimes they misdiagnose them with the wrong meds too. Sometimes you giving them something that you know ain't for that type of It be a multitude of things. That's why I said, you still gotta bring awareness, and also some of these people gotta be aware of that, man.
Some
That
of
should.
that medicine be messing people up too.
Oh no, I know that. That's why some of them refuse to take it. I know that part. But those be
Yes,
the ones I
indeed.
be thinking have the highest dosage. Like, nah, you trying to kill me? I don't want this. Because I remember one person that I knew told me, he was like, yo, he's like, I take my meds from time to time. I don't take them certain days because I don't like that sleeping feeling all day. And I know sometimes I be having things to do, man.
And you
He said,
gotta put that. I put that shit on certain parts of why kids wild. Cause you know how many churn in the urban community. You feel me? They take Ritalins and shit just to
yeah,
stay in class in school. That's prescribed for that shit. Gotta take that shit 2 times. Gotta take it for less time and shit. In America, man, I ain't never seen that many children gotta take pills just to stay in class.
yeah, now you right on that. That's what they try to do. Like, even,
And they ain't trying to do it. They doing it.
no, but look, Nas said it best in the Nas said it best in that Triple B Dream song. They try to it's like basically that's what they did. They fucking called us hyperactive, mentally discreet, all of that shit. But nah, the majority of us ain't that way. But the ones who are, we still gotta look out for those ones. At least the ones who ain't on the spectrum of violence and causing, mass destruction, basically. Not those who just want to live a normal life like everybody else. You should still fucking take up for those ones as well, man.
Right though, Rocco.
Yeah.
Standing for the
Yeah,
right
and
thing.
that's another thing too. You gotta get, and that's another thing you gotta do too. Sometimes you gotta have a system, even when it comes down to the police themselves, because they will sit there. Some of them are still trying to do the wrong things when it comes to people with mental health like that. Like I still go back to that year when they shot the guy with the damn stun gun. They tased his ass, knowing he was on top of that roof, and he fell right on his man. Listen, they lucky he ain't died. But it was just like, damn, nigga, you knew the man had mental health, and y'all should have known how to deal with him already, regardless of what the situation was. But y'all ain't had to just tase that nigga. That's how I say it. You got to, even when it comes to that, you got to have everybody
Yeah, a
on
couple
point.
of people, through the years that had mental health that passed away on some, you know, out the
Yeah.
blue police calls and shit. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody called on them saying they flipping out. You feel me? So I don't know. Mental health people fault you. You could say medicine. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like that medicine be clicking y'all too.
No, I do, because you gotta look at it. If you getting a strong dosage, like, look, I ain't gonna lie. The one time I had a situation, and once I got that fucking tooth removed and the shit they gave me, yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. Even though I didn't like that sleepy feeling, I felt like Martin to the degree. I said, "Damn, that was the best sleep I got in a couple days." Because the nigga, my face was killing me, son. I almost had to get oral surgery just for that one tooth alone because that shit was fucked up, and I didn't know that nerve was that exposed. I'm like, damn. I had the Popeye joint on, but see, when they gave me them meds for the night. They was like, "You gonna take those too, because you still might." Man, I see why some of them people don't take it. Them shits be hitting.
Yeah, especially say, bro, they got a lot of strong medicine. Say, like, back in the G, when they used to be having them hospital movies, and they used to have all the people walk in line to get a cup with a pill in it. And then after the people take that shit, it's like they be drooling from the mouth, like they can't move. You know what I'm saying? Like they be stuck. Like I know for sure the people ain't that crazy, right? They gotta be sedated to where you feel me? But you don't even hear about nothing like that.
Yeah.
When they used to put people, I don't even hear about straight jackets and all that. Like that's like played out. So I don't know. I don't even know if they still got places like that.
Yeah, like the places that they do have, like I said, they getting changed up. Now those people are getting kicked out of basically somewhere that could have been a safe haven. That's what I was talking about earlier. You got certain spots that they are turning them to either regular rehab centers or drug outreach, whatever. You know.
With government funding on some shit. That's like what really majority of them programs be I think be sponsored under like government funding on some shit. You feel me? And I be feeling like, think about it. It's like I don't know. I don't know. Like, do it really matters? Like in the eyes of the people that could change shit. Before you worry about mental health, like you say, they'll close that. They'll open up a whole nother convenience store. I don't know. You can't
That'll be
stop.
another. Huh?
I said we can't stop. We can't understand. But I be thinking about that. Like everything is funded by the government dealing with health and his mental health. Like you don't really see too many cases like talking about it, talked about it, unless it's like on some criminal shit. Like it's like these days, every criminal is labeled with mental health. Like I don't know.
I hear you. Yo, hold on. And I see y'all cutting up in that good old chat room up in here. Ain't nobody blocked the person I just had to block. Damn PAS, whatever for fun.
All his poetry, so his brain, his house, they both come down for no reason. Hey, what they talking about?
No, I'm just laughing. I had to block one of those damn you see them shits in every chat, son. Oh, such and such for fun. Hey, get that shit up out of here. It would be fake one fake spam troll account. Nobody wanting to do nothing for 18 for fun.
That's crazy.
You be seeing them shits in certain chats though, son. You see them shit. Them shits will pop up. Oh, 18. And they're like, get the hell out of here.
Oh, you talking about that dating site shit?
Yeah, they
Yeah, that
don't
shit pop up,
shit.
man. Like that's some spam shit.
Y'all be laughing at these shits. I still be getting these shits the fuck up out of here. Like, come on, man.
That's spam shit. Man, they still trying to spam that shit.
Yeah.
Shit. That's crazy, yo. Positive shit, man. I mean, well, niggas never did really want it positive shit. Yeah, it ain't that. I don't know. It's like
Oh, good looking, Mo. Nah, because I thought we both might have did it at the same time. As soon as I seen that shit pop up, get that shit up out of here.
I wonder how that shit even get to a nigga channel.
I still don't know why they even do that shit. Like,
I
man,
think that shit automatic on some shit, right? I ain't not like on some YouTube shit. That shit like pop up every blue moon and everybody shit. Like I don't know. You feel me? 'Cause I don't really know. Cause you know everything, like everything is done. Everything is done accordingly. You feel me? We're on this freedom of speech of life.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like
That ain't freedom of speech. You ain't gonna be spamming up in here talking about some 18 and older. You can get some,
I'm talking
you know.
about, I'm talking about in general. Like I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about some freedom of speech, a life type shit. So anything could be controlled. You know,
Yeah,
and to push a button on some shit. You know, think about it, right? Every test that's been put forward has been successful. Every piece of equipment has been put together has been successful.
Queen
Every,
Cal's blessing. Yeah, I heard you.
you already know what I'm talking about from the powers to be, man. So this here is successful.
Yeah. Well, see, like I was telling somebody, I said, you know, you just got to still bring awareness because that's a worldwide event, regardless. And at some point, like I said, certain
Yeah, you
people,
supposed to do what you gonna do. What you
huh?
supposed to do. You supposed
Yeah,
to do what you doing.
yeah, I'm gonna bring that awareness regardless to what, because it's not just about me. It's just a worldwide situation. You know,
Well, I go meditate, never say it in class. You supposed to do what you doing. But that's the reason why everything died down in the urban culture, right? Nobody cared no more. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you had 10, 12 people saluting him who ride on the town talking about trying to make, things better. As time went by, that shit disappeared, yo. For real, you ain't got that in the community anymore.
the fire
Majority of that
definitely.
shit on the internet. There ain't too many people. Everybody's stuck on entertainment news, anything that's popping, sports, feel me, some world round shit that they feel like matter. Everybody thinking about self and everybody killing something big. But yeah, you sticking to the strip. That shit means something.
Yeah, nah, I got no choice but to stick to it. Like I said, because there's shit going on out there in real time. And I ain't got time to be worried about who got somebody pregnant. I ain't got time to be worried about who stole $1 million and now they got. I don't care about none of that shit. That's just like like you don't care about certain things, but the most important things you should care about. It's the overall general picture. Yeah, you worry about certain minor things, but the main picture that you're supposed to be worried about is supposed to have all the details it needs. You know, now like I'm saying, when it comes to this situation right here, you got mental health that's on different aspects and parameters, and you still got to bring awareness because you have some people who are not asking to go through certain things they go through. You know, and then you got people like I said who don't give two shits. They'll sit there and try to blatantly torture people to a point where now this person doesn't fucking snap. You know, and you hate to hear stories like that, or you hate to even hope that it'll go that far. But some people just need to chill the fuck out. Can't judge a book by its cover. That person you trying to disrespect or downplay probably got the best talent in the world, or probably got a talent unlike no other. And you got to respect that. Everybody, the creator gave everybody a different gift, whether they are on the mental aspect of like us or not. Everybody has a talent, and it doesn't make sense that some of y'all go the distance. Like I said, and right now, the way things is moving, you got certain cities where, like I said, the kids are attacking any and everybody, including people like that. So they need protection as well too. Some of them are going to be able to protect themselves, and some are not. You think a person in a wheelchair, not saying it like that, some of them might be able to, but not all of them are going to be able to if they get blindsided. you got people that are not playing fair right now. That's why I say you got to bring awareness to everything that's going on. And these are the type of genuine topics I'm going to keep bringing. I don't care if the live goes for an hour. It could go for 8 hours because it's always going to be somebody who has not just a different view and opinion, but going to have the same common goal. The common goal is trying to get some sort of help. You know,
I feel that. I feel you be coming from.
Queen Kells, I'm glad you tuned in for the time frame. You have a good one. You know, yeah. You know, like I said, you know,
Salute. Yeah, Rocco. Real talk. Respect that.
yeah,
For that cause, they got a lot of people who need help. You know what I'm saying? Majority of them will get it, but still be lost in the way. I don't know. Like that's always dealing on a person. So we just feel sorry. I know I be feeling sorry for the innocent bystander. 'Cause yeah, they could be home and they could harm people too. You know, everything just it is just upside down. So
yeah.
they could just kind of be blessed about
Yeah, sometimes you know what it is too. Like I said, some of those people don't choose to go off the rails. Some of them have just been triggered. Like I said, some of them just been triggered and it could have been avoided. But all in all, you know, like I said, at some point you gotta have some sort of compassion for your fellow man, whether they on the same wavelength with you or not. Am I supposed to sit here and give somebody the wrong advice when I know for a fact they definitely trying to do something? They try to be a part of something, especially if it's a part of change and growth. No, I'm supposed to fucking do the best I can by them.
it. And for the help lead the way.
You know, that's why I said it should be a community thing. And sometimes, like I said, sometimes what these people need is a good conversation. And sometimes you don't even know what these people are going through. But some of y'all just look at it and laugh and say, "Oh well, oh they go." Some I don't know. Some people just have the weirdest names with people, and I just be like, all right, this person ain't offended by it, so I'm guessing this is something they used to being called by. But then sometimes these people are still bother you on certain occasions. Like, don't get too crazy because you don't know what these people are going through during the day. You know,
You right, life over, life hard in a lot of situations for a lot. Everybody like different. That's why I say you can't really. But me myself, I could never really pinpoint. That's a everyday struggle. A lot of
yeah,
things happen in life these days. It's like mental break. We got a lot of, no matter what city you're from, we got a lot of deaths. A lot of people dying these days. You know what I'm saying? So that's messing with a lot of people's mind. You got a lot of things that mess with people's thoughts. So you can't really, you gotta catch these people. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, in a way, all I'm trying to say is at a rapid pace now. That's all I'm saying. Is at a rapid pace.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Every time you turn around, somebody that really cared about somebody got shot all around the world.
yeah,
You feel me? Somebody shot has got 50, 20, 30 years all around the world. And it's at a rapid pace. That shit even when, you know, 10 years back, it was, yeah, they had people dying and all that, but it ain't feel the same. Like, it still feel like they had somebody that had your back. These days, yeah, we know for sure anything go wrong. You on your own, like, for real. Like,
yeah.
so I guess I don't know if because people died or because people locked up or moved on. I don't know. But, you know,
Sometimes a healthy conversation is all these people need. Sometimes. a Linden Inn, all of that shit, you know.
So, it's all
Armando
different
salute,
cases.
Armando
It's all,
salute, royal
it's all,
blessing.
it's all different cases. Man. So, that's all. I wish all of them get help, but it's all different cases. On some shit. But some of them, you never know. Some people just going through it and feel like it be pressing, not thinking about what they past was. So, some people dealing with past depression. Since you done done in the past, you know, get caught up in the future tense. So there ain't too many people telling you what's really wrong. They'll tell you what really matters. Feel me? I don't know, Nate.
But I feel like this as a community too. You're supposed to be able to come together as a strong net to catch those who you know for a fact you can keep from slipping down those cracks. Because, like I said, some of these people are born with those type of, and they don't, like I said, certain things they don't ask for.
Whoa, I'm like in general, or you talk about
No, no, no. I'm
people
saying
in your on the internet.
I'm not talking about internet shit. I'm talking about in real life.
That's what I'm talking about in general.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As a community as a whole, you got some who still slip through the cracks. But we supposed to be able to catch those ones because, like I said, sometimes all it takes is 5 minutes out your day, especially for
That
those that you know
conversation.
for a fact. Yeah, because sometimes they need that. Just like how we need it, nigga, they need it too. So, like at the end of the day, people fail to realize people along those lines when it comes to um mental retardation and everything, they still need an ear to they still need people to listen to them too. It's healthy
See,
conversation
that's
sometimes.
why I go back and say these days everybody really spend time. Really, on certain on a lot of levels like that, ain't nobody spending time. Everybody doing their own thing. Like you know, nobody got time for nothing right now. Like everything like I was saying, like everything moving fast.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Like when you sit back and see, you can see everything at a rapid pace. Like I don't know, yo.
No,
I
because
don't
like
know.
I said,
I know you're doing I know you're doing the right thing though. And I don't know, they like how many people I know one thing, you gonna have a handful that key in and respect what you're saying because everybody got somebody that's going through something that care. But you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get a lot of people that feel like, you know,
nah, I know, but that's why I said all in all, it doesn't matter about those people because still we got to worry about the people at hand and those ones that need to be caught. A lot of times, all they need is a lending hand or a lending ear, and that's really about it. Sometimes, like just like old head was saying earlier, sometimes you just have that nice, decent convo with them. Sometimes that could stop them from progressively doing something crazy. You got to think about it. So multiple aspects and parameters on how to try to combat this, but as a community, you're still supposed to combat that and come strong together. Get tired of like seeing the same things happening to a degree, and then for some of those who are, standing firm on it, that's even like I said, that's a coin in a good karma basket. That's how I believe in it. You know, that's how it's supposed to be. Doing the right things by bringing awareness because some people think certain things is cool until they see that it's not a joke. That's what I'm saying. It's always something that you gotta
no
look
point
at.
right. Say me, bro, I appreciate you putting that on here. You know what I'm saying? Best of you and yours in the chat. You feel me? And I hope, you know what I'm saying, on some real shit, if you ain't on the internet, you know, your hood shit, you feel me? You did whatever you know what you're doing on that positive shit, but I hope your shit grow, yo.
Nah,
You know
I
what I'm
ain't got no.
saying?
Yeah, I ain't got no choice but to keep it this way, son.
That's
Like I
what,
said.
yeah, man. I'm just saying, because everybody get deferred, bro. Like, as long as you stay on your path, you good, because you come up with topics that mean something. So that's one thing. So, you feel me? I
Uh,
hope you get nice at this shit, numbers and all that other shit. 'Cause I ain't known all this shit.
yeah.
You feel me? But you on a level to where you feel me, you're doing it for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? You just be on some positive shit. I appreciate that shit, but you know what I'm saying? On some shit like on some internet shit. I appreciate that because you're in your own little lane, though. You feel me? Just don't detour on that other shit. That's all I can say. Don't detour on that, trying to, hooping and hollering with no niggas. You feel me? Trying to step up for nobody on some shit. Because that's going to mess up all that positive shit, yo. I'm telling
Yeah.
you, just stay positive. 'Cause that shit is hard to do. You could do it, then jump back on. But it ain't going to never feel the same. Because bullshit never ends. For real. Ain't
But
nobody else
that's
worried
what.
about nobody mental health. You feel me? They hope you crack up. You feel what I'm saying? So just stay, just stay 100 on what on what you standing for. You're trying to help your people in some type of way. You gotta stay on their pad, yo. Tell you.
Yeah, because I stand firm on that though. And even look, it don't matter. I don't entertain shit I don't need to entertain. And if I gotta entertain it, what I did the last time, I use you as a learning tool. I use you as a learning tool for somebody else, not for me. I use you as a learning tool for somebody else that might be coming up in whatever type of game they trying to come up in. Because this is what I do in real time. I know how to serve suckers up. I know how to do a little bit of everything. I'm the jack of all trades. But when it comes to conversations like this, I'm not straying away from that. Especially when I'm seeing some of this shit still happening in real
Stay on
time.
that
Nigga,
level, yo.
I'm in my own lane and I stayed in it. But I'm still going to be in it.
I appreciate you, Nate, yo. I'll
Yeah,
let you next time, yo, boy.
yeah, you already know, bro. The next time, man, like if any
All the
time,
time.
man, pull up, bro.
All the time, Rock.
You already know. Shout outs to helping the vision. You know, like I said, I know some of y'all definitely about to take it down. I'm definitely about to not take it down, but this is something that I know for a fact I would have liked more people to chime in on. But I appreciate those who did tune in. I appreciate those who did pop up. Like I said, it can always be a continuation of that because that part of the aspect is always going to be something to talk about. But the one thing I am going to say before I do get up out of here, and this is for some of these men and women out here that really need to hear this, especially the ones who are really strong willed and really stand on their firm shit, especially if they are about what they're about. You never apologize for nothing that you stand firm on. Don't never apologize for that. I'm starting to see a pattern of every time somebody really stood up and said some sort of truth or really was about to get to some sort of truth, it's like they're trying to force you to apologize. You should never have to apologize for something that you feel in your heart, and especially if you stood firm on it, and if you have a knowledgeable background on why you stood on what you stood on. That's it. And if you feel you have to apologize, then you shouldn't say it at all. That's just how I look at it. If I say something in particular, I'm standing on it, and I meant it. You know? Like we all are. Well, look, we all are about the same thing, regardless to what. It is not deferring me from the topics that I will be bringing, because, like I said, this is happening in real time, not just on here. And you talking to a person who lives in real time. So when I give you my views and my visions and everything, you're getting real raw spit, you know. And I do appreciate y'all that tuned in. You know, anytime I do come on here, you know, I love everybody being a part of the conversation. Even the ones that be in the backgrounds watching, I do appreciate y'all too. Even some of y'all trolls out there, I appreciate y'all too. 'Cause it just goes to show you that you still have time to watch me. And you still have time to show the love. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm just gonna take that for what it is. Nothing can knock me off course of the topics and the real stuff that I'm gonna be bringing. Rather you want to accept it or not. Because I'm to be the type of person that's always gonna be in your face about it. You know? Even if you thought I overlooked something, I didn't. I just address it and do what I gotta do when I feel I gotta do it. Other than that, we bring it to the real shit. That's how we want to keep it. You know. And again, you know, I appreciate everybody who did tune in. You know, y'all could have been anywhere else, but y'all chose to come in. And shout outs to Helping the Vision, OWEB for popping up on the panel. You know, like I said, we could definitely continue this conversation on another day. There's always going to be something different happening every other day. It's not just the same shit that everybody is responding about or talking about. You know, there are things right now that could be going on. You know, it's always some sort of topics to bring, and there's always going to be some sort of solutions at some point. That's why you got to network and build amongst the right people. You got to also bring a strong net of people to sift through the bullshit, basically. It's just like the fisherman's mentality. They're not bringing all of that shit up. Some of that shit is going right back into the ocean, or it could be used for scraps. But all the main stuff they catching that they know they're going to, yeah, going to bring it right in, as you're supposed to. Bring the right people in and bring the right positive influences in, especially for those who are on that mental health aspect. Some of them just need a little ear to listen to. That's it. And the more awareness you bring, the better. Every little action causes a positive reaction, especially if it's done within goodwill. And some of y'all got to get back to that, you know. But all in all, we can definitely finish up this convo on another night. You know, just wanted to put part two, you know, because part two was part of this. That's the part of the unity and growth that we got to be a part of, helping those people who definitely need the help. Later, for those who don't want to be helped. Gotta definitely think about those who are gonna definitely need the shield, you know. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. And for those that was new to the channel, again, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To everybody that was in the chat, you know, it's always love, peace, and blessings. I hope y'all all have a great, beautiful night. Hope y'all have a blessed Wednesday morning as well. You know, might go live in the morning, a little quick live, chime in with y'all real quick. You know, these conversations we definitely going to keep having. You know, and if y'all ain't drop each other's links by now, y'all should be doing so. Show each other some love. You know, good, genuine people amongst us, and that's how we gonna keep doing. Spread that positivity and love the best way. Like I said, I show love the Brooklyn way. You know. Y'all all have a blessed, beautiful evening. And until the next live, y'all already know it's your boy Nate the Great. And I'ma holla at you. We out of here. Peace and blessings.